this is Jill from Paper Daisy Crafting. Thank you for joining me today. And today, unusually for me, I have a 3D project for you, a little box. Normally I make cards, but once a month at least, I do make a 3D project because once a month I send out customer thank yous to all the customers, lovely customers that have ordered from me. And in their thank you pack, they get a hand packaged gift, a handmade card, just a chatty newsletter, and if they've used my shopping code, they will also get a free product gift. And this month, what they're getting is, this is their hand packaged gift, and inside each of these boxes is a pack. I'm not going to take that one out. Let's do this different one. A pack of wet wipes, because anyone who knows me knows that I get really messy when I'm stamping. You can see I've been stamping today and I've already got ink all over me. So having a little pack of wet wipes handy on your craft table is always good. So I thought I would gift everybody a little pack of wet wipes to put that back in now, to put on their craft table and help when they get very inky. So I'm going to show you how I made them. I've used the Flowers for Every Season papers. It's this huge pack of papers and they coordinate really well with our new in colours. So the new in colours, if I can remember them all, we've got Cinnamon Cider, Magenta Madness, Just Jade, Bumblebee, and the one I'm going to do today is Misty Moonlight. We're going to do a Misty Moonlight one. So let's see how we made them. So we're going to take a piece of cardstock that measures, sorry, a bit of a muddle here, measures 21 by 19 centimetres. 21 by 19. And then on your trimmer or on your scoreboard, whichever you happen to have, I'm going to use my trimmer because I've always got that nice and handy. You are going to score, so having the 21-inch section across the top, you're going to score at 5.5. So get your cutting blade out of the way. It's the paler blade that you want, the beige one. So 5.5 and 6.5 and 15. And this is the measurements for my wipes. The wipes I've got, I bought from, some of them I bought from Tiger, which is a sort of store. I think it's a Dutch or a Swedish store maybe. Flying Tiger, I think they've renamed it to now. And then some of them I bought from Aldi as well. So I've got some that I bought from Aldi. So they're more or less the same, similar sizes. So they should fit this. If not, you might have to adjust a little bit. And then I've turned my paper round and I'm going to use this side of my grid now, my trimmer, because I want to score at 1.5 and 2.5, and it's just easier to line it up there than on the other side. And then I'm going to flip it over and do the same on the other side. So it's at 1.5 and 2.5. And then we're going to burnish all of those score lines. So just take your bone folder, give them all a really good burnish. I'm loving this colour. This is Misty Moonlight, and it's a sort of mottledy blue really. It's a beautiful colour. It's really nice, and I like the Magenta Madness one as well, the hot pink one. Quite partial to that. Not so keen on the Bumblebee. I think it's it reminds me of Crushed Curry, which is probably the colour in my collection that I use the least, so not too impressed with that. And then what's the other one that I've missed out? Just Jade. Yeah, Just Jade I quite like. It's quite a nice mid-green, which is quite useful to have in a collection. Right, okay, once we've done all the scoring, we're going to turn it round so the 21 is across the top, and we're going to cut off out 4 corners. We're going to cut across there, and there, and there. No, not there, there. Nearly cut it wrong. So I'm cutting up to that first score line at the moment. And there, so I've cut off the first 4 corners. Then I'm going to cut up each of those score lines. So I've cut through one score line up to the other one. So like so. And then on those little tiny flaps, I'm going to cut the bit off that comes up to the first score line. So you just need these little tabs. And then we're just going to wedge here and these 2 little flaps, just wedging a tiny bit off them, like so. The weather's actually cheered up a bit here in the UK, thank goodness. All this social distancing when the weather's not good is very hard. Not being able to get out into the garden because it's wet and cold. Now it's a bit better. So, right, there we go. That's all the scoring, burnishing and cutting that we need to do. So I'm then going to come in and I'm going to fold. So I'm folding. So that one's on the furthest crease and this one is on the nearest crease. So you can do that and it will lie flat. And I'm going to use fast fuse today. Now, we don't any longer have fast fuse in the Stampin' Up, but I found a whole drawer full. So I'm going to be putting it in my 2 for 1 sale, my bog off sale on my blog. But if you, before I get around to doing that, if you're interested in any fast fuse, do let me know, because I have found quite a few and I've got more than I'm likely to use. So I will be putting it on sale. Right, okay, so I've stuck that. Okay, now we're going to come with this, and now I'm going to put a little bit of I'm not going to do that. I'm going to fold this in first. I'm going to show you why. And then I'm going to slip my wipes in. These are the ones from Tiger. Like so. And then I've got something, so now if I take that out, just put a little bit of fast fuse on there. Then I've got a little bit of purchase there to actually stick that down. So I want one end of this to be fixed, and then it just opens at one end. And then this end will remain open so that whoever receives it can open it and not wreck the box. In case they want to use it, they might want to gift it on further to someone. Why is that not going in there? I might need to wedge that little bit. That bit's catching. Give that a bit of a bigger wedge. Put that in. There we go. That's fitted in quite nicely. Now to decorate, pushed it in too far now. To decorate, I'm going to use this piece of the paper, which coordinates. So all of these papers coordinate really well with the in colours. So this one has got Just Jade and Cinnamon Cider on it. This one has got Bumblebee, Just Jade and Cinnamon Cider. This one has got, nearly all of them got the Misty Moonlight, Bumblebee, Magenta, Madness and Just Jade. So they've all got lots of the colours on. But I wanted to do a different one for each of my boxes. So in fact I've got a load more to make. So, but these are my 5 prototypes at the moment. And then I'll get into conveyor belt crafting. There we go. Right, so I'm cutting this at 7.5 centimetres, and then I need it to be 13. So I need my bigger trimmer, because I'm a little trimmer, I don't go up to 13, so I need this to be at 13 centimetres. There we go. I'm not throwing away all these little pieces. I will find a use for them at some point. There we go. Right, okay, and I haven't got my Tombow out, so I'm going to use my fast fuse again. This is one of the reasons why some people are expert at using fast fuse. I never quite really got the hang of it. So that's why I'm willing to let my stock go. And I will be investing in the new Seal. We've got a new tape runner called Seal in the new catalogue, so I will be investing in that, seeing if I can manage that a bit better. There we go. There. Okay. That coordinate beautifully. Right, and then what we need, so on these I've put I've used our, oh, what's it called? Little labels. Let me find the name of it. Oh, it's not on here. I've got the instructions here and the name's not on here. It's something like Many Labels Punch. It goes with the Lovely You stamp set, which is what I've used here. Should I just look that up? Just so that you know. Let's quickly look up what this punch is called. I know this catalogue so well now. I've used it, done so much work on it. Lovely Labels Pick a Punch. I knew it was something to do with labels and punches. Right, Lovely Labels Pick a Punch. So I'm going to take a 1-inch strip first of all, and it needs to be, I've measured this all out really carefully, so the 1-inch strip needs to be 9.5 centimetres long. So I'm just going to measure it with a ruler. You could do this on your trimmer. Rather than keep bringing my trimmer up and putting it down here. This needs to be 9.5 centimetres. And then I have got a 1/2 inch strip of Just Jade, and that needs to be 11 centimetres. So again, obviously if you want a different look, you could do these different lengths and different widths. What I did was I had the wide one, and then I had the thinner one poking out underneath. Which I quite like that look. Right, so in the punch, actually I'm going to stamp it first. I'm going to stamp it, and I'm going to stamp it in, I'm going to do it in blue. I'm going to do it in Misty Moonlight. I do like that colour. It might take you a little bit of experimenting to gauge where you need to stamp, because this is red rubber, it's not photopolymer. So you could stamp first and then punch, which would solve that problem. I've been experimenting all day, so I'm hoping, there we go, I'm going to get it fairly central, which I have, yay. But it did take me a little bit of experimenting of working out where I needed to stamp. Okay, so this is going in here. Oh, I cut my finger last night, it's just started bleeding, I just knocked it. I'm going to have to find a plaster when I'm done. Hopefully it will see me through if I don't bleed all over my project. Right, so press that right up to the end, because this has been measured to be the right length if you cut it like that. Can't believe I've just set that cut off going again. I thought I'd see, I thought it was, okay, there we go. Right, and then I need the little, this is the little like fleur de lis. It's not quite a fleur de lis, but that kind of thing. And I'm going to use Just Jade for this. And that will tie in nicely with the paper that I'm using. So I want it not quite straight on there. Let's straighten it up a bit. There we go. Right. So I want it going this way. So I'm going to just position it. Sorry if you're getting my head on there. I have to be right over it to be able to see where I'm stamping. There we go. So it just finishes off that tag quite nicely, that little decoration. Okay, and then I'm going to come back in with my, oh no, I need to so this is my 1/2 inch strip. So that's going to go in the same slot as we did before, but obviously it's going to fit in different shoulders. So we've got 3 lots of shoulders here, and this is going to fit in the narrowest slot. And if you measure it properly, it does fit in absolutely perfectly, and it's lovely because it just glides in. So let's just get a bit of fast fuse on there. So I've got a 2-for-1 sale going on my blog at the moment. So I'm going to add my fast fuse to it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add the fast fuse. So you could buy a fast fuse and then you'll be able to buy a refill for free, which is going to be quite a good deal, I think. So I think the fast fuses were £9 originally. So it'd be £9, but you'd get a refill for free. So that would last you for ages. But I've got a limited supply. I think I've got 2 or 3 fast fuses, but several refills as well. Right, there we go. So all done. These will be winging their way to my customers this week. And as their product gift this month, they're going to get some of the Flowers for Every Season papers. they're going to get some cards, some coordinating cardstock, and they're also going to get half a pack, or some of these, and maybe not half a pack, maybe a third of a pack. I've got to decide how many customers I've got and how many I've bought. Third of the pack of the dots, so they'll have nice coordinating packs to make some cards with. Thought that might be quite a nice customer gift. There we go. So, excuse my bleeding finger. There we are. They're all the. So you can see how well these papers all coordinate. Wonder which one is your favourite. In order, mine are that one, then that one, that one, that one, that one. Not really a very yellowy green brown girl, but anyway, I do like them all. I love how they all coordinate really well. You don't even have to think about it. So I've used cardstock, I've used ink, I've used DSP, and it all coordinates beautifully, which is just a joy. So thank you very much for watching, and I will see you soon. Cheers, bye.